Charter Local Edition with your host, Rose Caiazzo.
Okay, today we are at NACO, the National Association of County Officials. Visiting with us today is Lincoln County Commissioner Mark Peck from Libby, Montana. Welcome.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
Excellent. Tell us more about the county you represent and how long you've been a county commissioner.
Well, it's a small rural county in the extreme northwest corner of Montana. Borders Canada and the panhandle of Idaho. It's a small county, population-wise about 19,000, but I was born and raised there and then left and came home, but it's an absolutely beautiful spot. It rivals Jackson Hole, I can tell you that. Yeah.
Now, how did you first get involved with politics?
Well, I was, just when I moved back home, I was working for the Montana Department of Natural Resources, and the town I left in late 1970s and the town I came home to, vastly different, a devastated economy, and I loved the place and just decided to throw my hat in the ring and see if I could help.
And so you've been doing that ever since?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, share with us what the Libby Superfund site is and its current status.
Okay. Well, Libby had a vermiculite as a mineral that is used for firing a lot of different things, but it was the largest producer in the world at the time, but it contains asbestos fibers, and the mine operated, I think, for about 80 years, and then it shut down. Well, we found a lot of lung illness in the town, and so that led to what is probably arguably the most complex, biggest Superfund site that the EPA has had to deal with. And it's been ongoing since about 1999. It's, we are on the glide path out about 3 to 4 years. Hopefully we'll be able to move into the stage and the town will be able to move forward, because it's put a blanket over the town. Nobody wants to invest, nobody wants to come in and do anything financially of any substance because it is a Superfund site. And so we are in transition to get out, but it's been an extremely devastating and economically devastating, as well as socially. I mean, we've had a lot of deaths. I mean, every family that grew up in Libby is connected somehow to somebody who had mesothelioma or some type of lung disease from the exposure to the asbestos.
I see.
Yeah.
And why do they call it Superfund? What is the breakdown of that?
That's a federal designation for hazardous waste sites that the EPA, I'm not sure where the term comes from.
Okay.
It's a federal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I understand there's also a rebranding effort happening right now with Lincoln County. Can you talk more about this, particularly with us?
Absolutely. You know, when I grew up in Libby, it was just this vibrant community. We had one of the largest lumber mills in the Pacific Northwest. We had the mines going. It was a really vibrant community, and through the collapse of the timber industry, and then you couple it with the Superfund site, it's gone through about 20 to 30 years of just being beat down, I guess is the best way to put it. It's been economically devastating to the town. We've lost about 1,500 kids out of the school system. We were Class AA, which is the biggest designation in Montana for school classification when I was in school. Now we're a Class B, which isn't all bad, but it's just been very devastating. And so the town's been in this limbo. It was a mill town. It was very vibrant, and it's kind of lost. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so I met with the regional administrator of the EPA, and he asked me what my major concerns were, and outside of the health and making sure the cleanup is done properly, it was how do we change the image of Libby. Because when you Google, I guess for lack of better terms, Libby, Montana, the first thing that pops up is all the asbestos and the doom and gloom, and it's an absolutely gorgeous place. It's just full of potential, and we as a community need to decide what we're going to be when we grow up. And it's a timing issue because we are on the, like I said, the glide path out on the Superfund site. So we partnered with University of Montana School of Business and a public relations firm out of Missoula called Partners Creative. And we're in a long-term process right now of, it's a county-wide effort, it's not just Libby, but of really determining where we want to go. And it's been a great process. It's really brought the community together. And I think the message is that, you know, Libby's going to be open for business. And like I said, it's just nothing but potential. It's absolutely a gorgeous place to live and a great location. It's right between the Flathead Valley, Kalispell Glacier Park, and Spokane, Washington. So you have good access, good skiing, fantastic biking. It's just a wonderful place to be. And so hopefully through this rebranding process, we'll be able to kind of take control of our future and get things back on track.
Right, and you have some strong partnerships going.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Great. Well, anything else come to mind that you'd like to touch upon?
No, just, you know, it's appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know, and let people know that Libby's coming back. So, yeah.
Great. Well, Commissioner Peck, thank you so much for visiting with us today on Charter Local Edition.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Charter Local Edition has been an exclusive presentation of Charter Communications.